right, welcome to the Bright Muse. This is my guest today, Patrick Miller. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you.
So excited that you're here. So Patrick is an educator, and he is building an initiative for students who are exhibiting leadership qualities within the LGBTQ community. And this initiative is called Y'all Means All. Love the y'all. All right, so tell me a little bit about this initiative.
Yeah, so this has just been kind of a big work in progress, like my whole life. I was born and raised in Texas. I'm from a suburb north of San Antonio in a small town called Cibolo, Texas. And I just had issues growing up being gay in Texas, and I know some of those kind of include, I was drum major at my high school marching band. There were parents who didn't want someone being gay being drum major, and that was kind of frustrating. They went up to the school, and that was just kind of frustrating, just having parents not support you. I also, my parents had a hard time with it coming out. I came out when I was 16, and so that was kind of a hard thing for parents, and also my thanks, and also my friends' parents had a hard time with it, and I don't know. I'm an Eagle Scout, and I almost didn't get my Eagle Scout award because someone included in a letter that it says to become Eagle Scout you have to get letters of recommendation, and someone who wrote my letter said I wasn't morally straight because I was gay, even though I was like 18 and I had done all the work prior, and I don't know, it was just kind of hard. I got met like in the parking lot at my board review, saying, hey, we have to look more into this letter, and so that was kind of frustrating. There's just little things that, I don't know, just being called faggot in the hallway and things like that just were frustrating, and so that was frustrating for me, and I just don't want any other kids to be frustrated in the same way that I was. So, yeah.
Wow. So the initiative is a chance to highlight, like you said, these leadership qualities like you exhibited, and by the way, this isn't, you may feel uncomfortable with this praise, but I'm giving it to you. That's really incredible that you just came out with this, not just who you were, but to stand up for others as well. You could have just made it your thing and you're going to be quiet and just try to, go under the radar, but you didn't.
Right, yeah.
And that's very commendable and very courageous. So.
Yeah, I think what kind of stems from this is, I don't know, when I was in school, there weren't very many people who were out, and there weren't very many gay kids at my school. And so I kind of like had a lot on my shoulders. Like I knew that since I was out, and I was the very few that kind of felt like I had a lot of weight, like everyone's looking at me to what being gay was or meant. And so I don't know, I was, like my senior year of high school, I was drum major, I was like vice president of NHS, I was in student council as the secretary, and I wanted to get out in the community and be a leader and show like, hey, I'm gay, but I'm also a good person, and I'm a leader, and I'm doing these things, and I just wanted I wanted to be shown in that you can be a good person being gay, because what I was told was otherwise growing up, and so that's kind of, I don't know, that's a big push for me, and so yeah.
Wow. And did you have a good community then? I mean, you said there were some people not in your corner, but I just can't imagine being a teenager and having all that pressure in the leadership position and wanting to keep that. Did you have some good support?
Yeah, there was teachers that like reached out, and the reason why I became a teacher is my band director Kyle Friesenhahn, and she was the first adult that I told I was gay. I came out to her. I came out to an educator, and she there was support, but there was also not so much support. But yeah, shout out to Kyle Friesenhahn. She's probably going to watch this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's great. So tell me about this initiative a little bit more. How do you find, the kids that you want to give this to, and what does it do for them?
Yeah, so the way I'm just reaching out, I'm asking students who show leadership within the LGBTQ community. And so basically, I want students to do a project and show creativity about something that they've already done. So example is if they were in bands, maybe they write a song about how they were a leader, and they creatively show how they were a leader. Or maybe if they were in a club, and they also like art, they make an art piece that shows how they were feeling about being in the community, and it highlight how they were a leader and things like that. And I kind of want to leave the project open-ended, because I just want them in their own creative way to show how it was for them being in school, and in their own creative way show how they showed their own leadership. So yeah,
that's really cool. Is this are you hoping to offer any scholarship money with this eventually?
Yeah, so the goal is I'm trying to team with the Capel Education Foundation, CEF, and I put in a proposal with them, and I want to raise money as an endowment fund. And so with an endowment fund, that would gain sustainability, and so the scholarship would hopefully be offered every year based on how much money is raised, and the interest will depend on how much money is awarded by fundraising efforts and things like that.
So if someone, are watching this and they want to contribute to this, how could they do that?
So I'm in contact with Mayor Hunt on this, actually. I know we've been sending emails back and forth, and I'm trying to set up an account. I'm learning all this through the grapevine. I don't know, you can't raise money, have it attached to your personal account, because it's like it shows that that's your income, and just a lot of issues with that. So I'm having to open up like a foundation account, and so the city is actually helping me. The city of Capel is hopefully helping me start an account through that. And with that, I'm actually having a going away party, because I'm actually moving. But within my going away,
but you're coming back.
I will be definitely back and forth, and I'll have to talk to Jared. I don't know, I would love to raise kids in Capel, because I just know I've taught in the community, and like one day I don't know, I just want to come back, and so that's kind of a part of this too. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Of course.
And sharing your passion to help other kids, so that they don't have to face what you did, or knowing that there's support there for them, that they're not alone.
Yeah, some other aspects is, I don't know, this Capel kind of reminds me of the community that I grew up in, and I just did some investigating, and I just know that there's alum from CHS and from Capel who struggled being gay in the community, and it just kind of breaks my heart in that. And that it has been an issue here, and I also I've just had frustrations as just looking in education, being an educator. I've seen some things that can be different and within like visibility, because a big aspect for me is growing up, I didn't ever really know an adult who was gay, and if there was a teacher who was gay, I wasn't allowed to know that they were gay. And so I'm really big on visibility, and like letting kids know that perhaps their teacher is gay, and if they like their teacher, that maybe they'll grow up with a different different meaning about what it means to be gay, and things like that. So that's kind of, visibility is really big for me, and I just also understand that there's kids struggling within the community now in this, and so and
the article talked about, was it 1 in 4 right, that struggle with
is it
suicidal depression?
Suicide rates and things like that, and that's kind of what this I don't know, with the scholarship, it'll bring visibility to kids who are in the community, but also not say, hey, we see you as in our community, but we also see you doing something good for the community. So I think it would be really awesome positive reinforcement for that. And so I'm really excited about to see where it goes, and hopefully it takes off. And so some next steps are, actually we're here at the Cosby Library, and I just met with the Cosby Library today.
Glad you mentioned that.
We're gonna do in the fall, we're planning on doing either drag or trans story hour. We're gonna have maybe a panel, and maybe to do like educational and community piece aspects with that. And so that's going to be very cool, getting people in the community to kind of talk about their story, and so that's some really exciting pieces. Also within the trans story hour that's happening in the fall, I'm coming back this summer and doing some trainings with Capel ISD on social emotional issues, and my part of the social emotional issues is like LGBTQ issues within education.
Cool.
And I also, we talked about community support, and a community business has reached out to me, and that's the Capel Music Academy. And so I'm doing a summer camp with the Capel Music Academy this summer, and it's going to be called like Camp Harmonious, and it's going to be about music and mindfulness, and we're just going to talk, I don't know, my goal is to talk about maybe leaders who have been like who brought harmony to the world. So that's like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., maybe Gandhi, Malala, and so just maybe each day focusing on that, but also of course singing, and I don't know, I've been doing a lot with like music and meditation and things like that. So that's kind of the aspects that I want to be behind Camp Harmonious with the Cabell Music Academy. So yeah, I'm really excited about the training that I'm doing this summer for the school district, and also the summer camp that I'm going to get to do about things that are important to me. So
yeah, I love that, and I love that you're working with kids, and that's great.
Appreciate that. And it's been really cool seeing the support I've had within the community within this, and I know there's like the Capel counseling has been really helpful. Brad Hunt and people in the admin building been really awesome in this, and Dina Dynas, and sorry, Dr. Dynas, she just, but there's been really incredible support in the community in this, and I don't know, just people like you reaching out, and the newspaper, and I know it's just been kind of cool seeing that where the sport is and how we channel all the sport into something productive, and so
yeah, there's always going to be a negative voice, but there's always a positive voice. You just have to listen for it, really.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. I really appreciate it.